Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Nooch here, Neighborhood Picks, live stream Sunday mornings, 10:45 to 12:40, 12:45. Come join us. Interactive. Last week went great. Listen, fantasy football. There's a couple things going on. There's some major questions that we have on certain guys, but one of the most popular ones that I've been getting all week is what's up with Cooper Kupp. Is Cooper Kupp okay? Is Cooper Kupp washed? Is Cooper Kupp going to be fine? Now, here's the deal. In the summertime, I was looking at Cooper Kupp like that's a guy who knows if he'll make it all year, but if whatever you get from Cooper Kupp when he's on the field, you're gonna get production because he's Cooper Kupp. He's with Seattle now, Darnold and Smith-Njigba, and he's got a fresh start. Should be good as long as he stays healthy. I thought he'd be real strong for the first 4 to 6 weeks at least, hopefully. So now that he came out slow last week, all of a sudden we got major problems because it was a very un-Cooper Kupp-like game. He had two for 15 yards, 2 catches, 15 yards. And then I went back to last year. In weeks 15, 16, and 17, he had 1 catch. He had 0 catches in week 15. He was on the field for 88% of the snap shares. He had 0 catches for 0 yards. Week 16, the next week, he had 3 catches for 24 yards. Then he had 1 catch in week 17 for 29 yards. He had 4 catches for 53 yards in his last 3 games last year and 2 for 15 this year. In Cooper Kupp's last 4 games, his totals are 6 catches for 68 yards. Jeez, guys, that's alarming. That's alarming. That makes me nervous. So me personally, I have 3 fantasy leagues. I have Cooper Kupp in one of my fantasy leagues. So what am I doing? I'm looking at my bench and I got a good perspective shift when I asked myself this question. And I would encourage you guys to ask yourselves this question when you're not sure who to start this week. And I'm not going to tell you what to do with Cooper Kupp, but here's the question I asked myself. If this were weekly fantasies, now I'm in fantasies for the season. If this were weekly fantasies and I had to put money on a guy and balance a team and get the highest score possible for this week, would I take Cooper Kupp going into this Sunday or Quentin Johnson? Or, maybe one of my other receivers. But Quentin Johnson was a good one for me because I picked him up on waivers. He exploded last week. And you know what? The Chargers look like they're going to be a good offense, a good team, a strong contender all year. And who says Keenan Allen's going to be top-notch all year? He's older. I think Quentin Johnson's emerging. And I see Cooper Kupp declining in front of my eyes, but I don't want to believe it. This is one of them times where I'm not going to wait around because of Cooper Kupp's name recognition. I think I'm going to start Quentin Johnson or even a Texan receiver, Kirk, when he comes back. I'm going to go out on a limb. Sutton definitely would start over him. Smith-Njigba's in there penciled in already. But as far as Cooper Kupp, if you got another guy on the bench that looks like he's ascending, I would put him in for the guy that's descending. Let Cooper Kupp prove himself on your bench rather than just all of a sudden he's washed, because it's 4 games in a row now that he's had 0 or nothing. And I'm never the guy that says, oh, yank him. I always tell people, hold your horses, don't be an amateur. But you know what? That golden rule, that I don't know if that really jives anymore. Like sometimes you got to see what your eyes are telling you and make the move. If you got a Quentin Johnson on your bench, or you got some other receivers, or you got that young Washington running back that's going to have all the volume now that Eckler just tore his Achilles, I would go with these guys that are ascending. Even just like a Breece Hall looked good last week in a flex. I would be careful with Cooper Kupp this week. Same thing with like Adam Thielen out in Minnesota. Very quiet week. I wouldn't do much with him either. I'd keep him on the bench. Or I would go for guys that just had misconnections, like the young Tennessee receiver, Ayamanore, whatever his name was. Cam Ward was looking at him. But these are all questions I'm saving for the live streams. But I really just wanted to touch on Cooper Kupp and tell you guys, if you have a better option on the bench, don't be married to Cooper Kupp in your flex. All right? Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. I kept it short because I got all good stuff for the Sunday morning live stream. Like and subscribe.